With talk of a Hall of Famer returning to in-ring action and more, this is Wrestling Hub. My name is John and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Hub Official and follow us on Twitter at Wrestling_Hub. With Migos previously making an appearance in WWE on Raw about 10 months ago, it's been said that the company planned on bringing them back prior to the death of member of the group Takeoff. As the Wrestling Observer noted, with the heavily reported death of rapper Takeoff of the Migos, it should be noted he performed on the WWE January 1st show in Atlanta. Takeoff was killed in a shooting on November 1st. One person said that had the Day 1 show taken place in Atlanta this year, that there was talk they would be invited back. Talking about his first impression of the Big Show name being pitched to him, Paul Wight revealed who came up with that. That was Vince McMahon. What was Vince? When I first came into WWE, I was Paul Wight, you know? And I just don't think Vince liked the spelling of my name or liked my name. I mean, what would Vince know about marketing? You know what I mean? But he walked by me one day and he goes, "So how's the Big Show today?" And I go, "I'm good, but who the hell is the Big Show?" He goes, "You. You can walk, you can talk, you're an athlete, you're the Big Show." But I do think back then it was the Attitude Era. It was the Monday Night Wars. The Big Show, also TBS, so you know, there's a lot that went into it, and that's okay. I mean, over the years, just like anything, if you do it long enough, it's all in what you do, and you can make it your own. Just as uncomfortable as it was to be known as the Big Show for so many years, and I'm grateful for that opportunity. Now to rebrand, to restart as myself, it's a little hard, because I mean, I have a great Big Show autograph. My real autograph is good, but I don't want to put my real signature out there for document forging. Next thing you know, I'll end up owning a bunch of timeshares in the Bahamas or something. But you know, right now, I'm just trying to figure out that new identity, and for once, actually have a little bit of input on my character, so hopefully it won't be as schizophrenic as it was the past 4 decades, heel one day, babyface the next. Touching on recent AEW signings that were leaked, the Wrestling Observer mentioned that PW Insider reported the signings of Juice Robinson and Bandito. AEW hadn't confirmed either signing, but they never confirmed them until they release it themselves. But as a general rule, they are pretty quick to release it themselves, especially with Bandito, that I think they'd do it if pen was put to paper. The only thing I was told regarding Bandito is that he had verbally agreed to terms and everyone was going with the idea he was coming in, but nobody could confirm if he's put actual pen to paper. But we've basically been told he's considered in. He was doing shows in Europe this week and beat Senza Volto to win the title for Belgium's Bodyzol promotion, which would indicate he's planning on returning there. With AEW potentially planning to run house shows, it seems this will be what Jeff Jarrett will oversee. As the Observer noted, behind the scenes, Jarrett's role is to both help AEW when it comes to international business, as well as possibly house shows. Right now, there are no definite plans for AEW to do house shows, but a lot of the wrestlers on the roster would like to wrestle more and have expressed interest in them. Speaking about the current feud between Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman had this to say about the Beast not taking the Almighty seriously. "It seems to be someone that may have Brock Lesnar's number. This is an interesting scenario. Brock Lesnar has never thought much of Bobby Lashley. Knowing Brock Lesnar for as long as I do, I would presume Brock Lesnar right now is impressed with Bobby Lashley and knows that he has a fight on his hands." Set to face Roman Reigns for the undisputed title at Crown Jewel, Logan Paul heaped praise on The Miz for giving him the confidence to do so. This might surprise you, but the reception to me online hasn't always been positive. I don't know if I've ever done anything in my life where pretty much everyone was like, "Ah, I might not like the kid, but that was good. That was good. You gotta respect it." Speaking of Logan Paul, Nikki Bella had this to say to TMZ Sports about his transition thus far to WWE. He's an amazing wrestler. I think he proved that at WrestleMania. He's a good storyteller. He has charisma. He speaks well on the mic. Like, he's the total package as a WWE superstar. The crowd reacts to him, and you get to listen to your fans, and the fans want it. When asked about a potential all-women's event in AEW, TBS champion Jade Cargill told Steve Fall on 10 Count, "That would be great if we could. I know for a fact that the women in the locker room, all of them could give 5-star matches. We just need the time to do it and the time to shine. We have a very talented roster of ladies. It's just, we have one match a show and we're trying to do the best to perform and maximize the minutes we're given. The matchups, the faces that haven't been on Rampage or Dynamite in many months, it would be a stellar show. I'm very certain of that, especially with not having to worry about fighting for positions or anything, just an all-women show and everyone has time." Sticking with AEW, it seems Absolute Ricky Starks will be out of action, as the Observer added that Starks hasn't been in the ring for a few weeks due to something not wrestling related, but he'll be back on the show for a promo this week. After wrapping up her time in Impact Wrestling recently, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful reported that WWE has interest in bringing Mia Yim back to the company. Yim was released by WWE in November 2021 after a run on Raw as Reckoning and being swapped between brands without appearing anywhere. Yim actually didn't wrestle any matches for 15 months while being parked by WWE and having her non-compete run out. Recalling his time wrestling in AEW prior to entering rehab, world champion Jon Moxley admitted to fears of tragedy striking on television, saying, "Over a year ago, I was afraid of dying of a seizure in the ring. I had that on my mind every day. It was all messed up and going through an absolute personal hell for a long time that nobody else even knew about. When you're scared for your actual life, to make the decision to go to rehab and stuff was I had to basically assume I'm giving everything away. I was like, okay, I'm either going to live a long, happy life and raise my kid and be a person, or I can wrestle. I can't have both." But when I got out, it turned out that nobody was mad at me at all. Everybody was very happy. I was welcomed back by AEW and by the fans, and it was just like, go and get back to it. And when you've already lost everything, all you fear for is your life, literally and figuratively. If I had taken another step in the wrong direction, I could have been on the verge of losing my family if I'd gone that way. If I'd kept going in another direction, I could have died on live television. I could have literally lost everything. So to make that choice, I had to completely give everything away. I'll never wrestle in this arena again. I'll never get to wrestle in front of these fans again. I'll never get to be on TV again. I'll never win a championship again. I'll never make any money again. I'll go back and get my old job at the arena. I don't know. I had to give it all away. When it comes to a main roster call-up for NXT star Grayson Waller, WrestleVotes told Give Me Sport that WWE really likes Grayson Waller and really sees something in him. He may stay down in NXT just so they can try to figure out something big for him, like Kevin Owens coming in and beating John Cena. They like him a lot, so that's one guy that they're going to try to do something serious with. Talking about the backstage brawl that took place between CM Punk and the AEW EVPs, Matt Hardy gave his thoughts on his podcast. "It's going to be very interesting to see the Elite back, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega. I'm very happy they're back. I will say this right here and right now, those guys didn't do anything wrong in the situation. If anything, they were the victims. I'm telling you that from a first-person perspective. I was there. I witnessed it all. I love all three of those guys. I've known Matt and Nick forever. I've just gotten to know Kenny while I've worked with AEW, but I am very happy they're returning to TV and they're back in the mix. They deserve to be in the mix. I just feel like this investigation has happened and I'm glad that their names have been cleared and they're coming back to TV. I saw the Young Bucks yesterday. I told them, oh my god, it's so good to see you guys. You guys are the heart and soul of AEW. I feel like the Elite, I feel like Matt, Nick, and Kenny are in many ways the identity of AEW. Without those guys, you don't have AEW as it is right now. Things are very different. You know, Tony Khan may have started wrestling in some capacity, but AEW, All Elite Wrestling, you know, those guys represent the identity of AEW, so it's very important to have them back. Hardy would also give his thoughts on the previously mentioned Jeff Jarrett joining the promotion. I think he brings a ton of experience. He has worked so much on the business side of pro wrestling as far as booking foreign stuff. I mean, obviously, he is so gifted with all this great experience with all the stuff he had at TNA and Impact that he did. I mean, there's a lot of things that are very beneficial, a lot of qualities Jeff Jarrett has that can really help AEW continue to grow as a brand. Going back to his comments on the All Out Brawl, Matt Hardy would clarify what he meant as he took to Twitter to write, "My comments from this week's Matt Hardy pod have been misconstrued. I was not at all at All Out 2022. I did not say I witnessed the events at All Out. I witnessed the entire process in real time over the months and stand by my comment that the Elite were not in the wrong." With Steve Austin taking part in a street fight against Kevin Owens at the most recent WrestleMania, WrestleVotes had this to say about the possibility of one more match for the Rattlesnake, telling Give Me Sport, "I know that he had a wonderful time doing it last year in Dallas. He was very happy, he was elated. Let's say that the performance of the match, everything, went so well and people loved it so much, so I know he was thrilled post-WrestleMania, and I'd say he was open to doing it again." It would be added, "I'll follow up on this. Source believes Austin would definitely listen to any proposal for this year's Mania. Me nor the rest of the world knows what his answer would be, however." And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.